back with the Social Monkey. It's been a while, and I'm happy to welcome Rob and George from Roxxi Red. How you doing, boys? All right?
Going, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. It's been a long road since I last saw you, isn't it? It's been a while, and obviously I've not met yourself, George, before. But thanks for coming on today and making time because it's your birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happy
Getting
birthday
old.
to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm the oldest in the band. Yeah.
Well, as you're not a lady, I will ask how old you are.
Yeah. I'm 35.
Oh, so you're younger than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it's definitely getting tiresome with the age, but I've got to say, you boys are looking good. So
Yeah.
definitely looking better than me at the moment.
Definitely the rock image, man.
So I wanted to grab you in because you guys are obviously making massive waves around Southend and around the country at the moment. You're going here, there, and everywhere. So I wanted to first of all ask you, where did the Roxxi Red originate from?
Well, me and George actually were in two separate bands to begin with.
Right.
And we played at a place called the Edge Bar. You heard of it?
No,
Basildon.
no.
Okay, so in Basildon. And literally, we were just my band was playing and his band was playing. We didn't know each other at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
complete strangers.
Yeah, complete strangers, and
Nice.
you know, it's just this dude watching me on stage because at this point I was dressing quite glam, so I was in a punk band, but I started wearing the spandex and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think George actually kind of picked up on it. So George thought, okay, who's this band? So he kind of started to watch us, and then we started playing all this punk rock stuff and everything. And it just kind of met from there, really. And then we kind of got together. We started talking about all the glam rock bands we like and everything like that.
Yeah. First thing he said to me was I was playing. After I finished playing, he was like, "You into Mick Mars? You into all these players?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
As soon as someone says they're into Motley Crue, to me, it's like that's it.
There it is, done. Well, as soon as I met you, I looked at you and I thought Mark Bolan. That's because that was my old man's favourite band back in the day.
Yeah.
T-Rex was a massive influence on me.
British glam.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, the feather boas that I had around my house, I used to pinch my mum's ones. I mean, I'm not too shy to say, but yeah, you know, high heels and the feather boas come out. You do, children, don't you?
Exactly, yeah.
The thing is, that whole image when I was a kid was when I used to think of rock stars. Even before I even knew of it, that image always comes to my head, like 70s, 80s glam stuff. It was just that's how I always thought rock stars looked, even before I was into like Motley Crue and all that stuff. So.
Well, it looks good. You know,
does.
it's funny how the transition of styles change over the last 30 years. I mean, you know, as well as I do, growing up through the 80s, it was a little bit more of the fashion wasn't great in the 80s, I would say 70s, 90s it got worse, and it's sort of coming back into the fruition now.
90s got baggy, didn't it?
Yeah, you never knew if anyone had an arse or not, really, did you? You wasn't too sure. Yeah, it wasn't too sure. So
imagine me in the 90s outfit. I look like I'm wearing a bed sheet or something.
So how long have you two been performing separately? Because obviously, when did you start singing? 'Cause you write songs as well, didn't you, Rob?
Yeah, I've been starting since I was about 12, 13. Actually, my first ever band, believe it or not, when I was about 12, 13, was with Jaguar Snakes.
Oh, was it with old Snakes?
Yeah,
was it? Nice.
We started a band together. Yeah,
brilliant.
we got together as musicians, and we didn't have a clue how to do anything. I didn't know how to play. I had a guitar, I didn't know how to play it. he had drums, he didn't know how to play it. My bassist had a bass, we didn't know how to play it. And we're thinking, we can't figure out how to play these. So we're playing them, we're reading tabs. And my mate comes up to me one day and he goes, "You do know what's going wrong, don't you?" I said, "What's that?" He says, we're reading tabs upside down. So we're putting our fingers the other way round, so we're trying to play backwards.
How do you even do that?
So yeah, after then, it kind of started falling in place a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you know, we were young, we were learning. You know, it was a whole new thing.
Yeah,
Well, you do.
to be fair, when you first take it tabs, it can be a bit...
It just looked backwards. You know, we're just thinking, what the hell are we doing
You're
wrong?
like-
But yeah, in regards to Roxxi Red, like you know, when we got together, we just started. We got a drummer and everything, which is Matt. And we got him involved, but for about
over a year, pretty much.
Yeah, over a year. So over the COVID period, we were still trying to do stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Not actually in the COVID. You know, we weren't actually trying to do stuff.
Relax, man.
Yeah,
just
want to clarify
It's all good. It's all good. Oh, the restrictions are gone now. I can't
Yeah,
hold you now.
we were trying to get a bassist was hell.
Really?
Yeah, we actually had a few auditions. Well, we didn't have auditions. We had meetings, didn't we? We had a
chatting to
meeting.
people on a message and they never turn up or anything.
Yeah, it's like, I'm well into that. We're great. I'll turn up and got a guy with George, and he was like, "Oh, actually, no, I've changed my mind. I can't." And we're like, "Why did you respond to the ad? What?"
Do you know what I think it is as well? A lot of people say that they can do something, and then when it actually comes to the crunch, the old bum goes, and people sort of, I'll ignore it, and that just fucks you guys up
met a lot
massively,
of
doesn't it?
people
Really.
like that around like Essex and stuff. It's the last 6 years playing like the local music scene. It is tough.
Yeah.
Like you get people who just 1 minute they want to do it, the next minute they're like, oh no, I'm not doing it now. Or
I think it comes down to the showmanship as well with bands. These days, no criticism to anyone, it's no one wants to put the effort in anymore. You've got us dressing up in spandex, leathers, putting makeup on, and really going for it on stage. That gets the crowd. Everyone wants to look at you. Everyone wants to listen to you. But when you're turning up in your day wear, like you just want to put a shirt on and a pair of jeans and just turn up and play guitar and think people just want that. No, man.
Everyone's seen that.
Yeah, everyone's seen it. I don't mind watching a band. I mean, you could sound the best ever.
Yeah.
But if I don't think you look right, man, it's just
like,
mood music. That's all it is for me.
Yeah, it can. Well, you sort of, it goes in you turn to have a conversation with somebody because it's not really that. It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, exactly.
The thing is, well, it's sort of like you get the inconsistency, where you get like, and I've been, I've been guilty of this. You're in like a band and you got one guy in a suit, the other guys in like shorts, and it's like
it's a little bit like they've just been thrown together, a bit like an X Factor band. He's all right. We'll have him. We'll have you.
Yeah.
And I think the cohesion with a band that actually plays together for a long period of time works. Like you said, you've got the same setup across the board. You all look not the same, but you've all got the similar outlook, and people, like you say, gravitate towards that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the videos that I have seen of you guys online, you fucking get the crowd banging. They absolutely love it, don't they?
Exactly.
Absolutely love it.
Especially up north, man.
Yeah,
I mean, we Liverpool and
Yeah.
Newcastle for us. Yeah, because what it was with us is it hit us really hard actually, because we've started this band. And we were supposed to be, playing little pubs, to about 10 people with your mum or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then all of a sudden it's just gone from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
It's hit us really hard, and we're like, okay, what do we do? And we went out for our first ever time, near enough sold out show in London, and we're stepping out on stage, and we're thinking, good God, what do we do? I'm on stage, he's coming on. Figure out, okay guys, let's go for it. First song, we didn't know what to do. First song, I'm singing, I'm trying to move, and I'm like, I can't move. I've never had that in my life. I've never had stage fright.
Even at Chinnery's, when we played our first Chinnery's, our first gig ever, I've never seen Chinnery's that packed before. That was new for me.
But yeah, we rocked that.
The Chinnery's one?
Yeah, Chinnery's one, we went out absolutely fine, but with the O2 one, because obviously we thought, we never thought we were going to reach that point.
No.
And like I said, we've gone from 0 to 100. Gone to this point, and after the first song we were fine, weren't we?
Yeah.
We went straight into Round, we did a cover of Round and Round by Rat, and we just went boom.
The atmosphere as well, like the experience of like you're in dressing room and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was all new to us. That really freaked us. We were like, whoa.
And you got to meet someone famous as well. Wasn't it the ex-Queen drummer?
Queen bassist.
Queen bassist.
Yes,
And I'm a massive Queen fan.
Yeah, Barry Mitchell. Yeah, he was a lovely guy.
My God, I was actually so jealous when I saw you put that picture up. I thought, my God, I'd love to have been there to meet that man.
Yeah,
just being at the beginning of it all.
Yeah, he was the start of it. Yeah, he was their first ever bassist.
I don't forget first meeting. You open the door and their dressing room was just this massive cloud of like vape, and then behind it's the guy with a hat on. It's like, that is so cool. It's like hi man.
Brilliant. So with how did you manage to get that gig at the O2? Because it's not just there. I mean,
on a whim.
Just on a whim.
Yeah, I just said, do you know what? Right, let's message Guns N' Roses.
I was in Budapest.
Yeah.
I was out on the lash.
Oh, nice.
I was like with all my friends and stuff, and Rob's texting me saying, "You got to call me now," and I'm like, "Man, I can't. I'm in like the middle of Budapest, so I'm half drunk." And he's like, "No, man, seriously, call me now." And I rang him. He's like, "Yeah, we've been offered an O2 Academy slot," and I was like, "Nah."
You thought he was taking a piss,
no way.
It was
it's like, no, Gav's just like messaged, and we're like, oh my God, this is like...
This was after our Chinnery's one, because to get the Chinnery's one, I already knew Niall, which was a friend of mine.
And I messaged us.
I literally just emailed him, say, hey, we're Roxxi Red, we're a glam rock band. It was just a very simple email. We're just wondering if we could support you guys. And, I took a bit of, like a couple of emails back and forth, and then all I got was, yeah, screw it, let's do it.
Yeah. Nice.
And I was just like, wow, okay, so this massive band has just given us an opportunity, which you don't see anymore. You don't see big bands.
At that point,
They didn't know that. So. We've taken the show.
We haven't got much footage of us. We're literally just a few pictures.
Yeah.
Really, and a couple of shots of us practicing. That was it, really. But I mean, we're really grateful for that. And we're really grateful for them, taking us out to these places where we never thought we'd play. I mean, it's just been incredible.
Well, that leap has obviously now continued into more gigs with the Guns N' Roses tribute act, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They've we've got some gigs up until December now. So
wow.
Nice. Crazy.
So you're going back to the O2 again?
O2 Oxford.
The O2 Oxford next one for us.
Nice.
We play. Yeah, next two we've got is Travistock and O2 Oxford.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so that's another little mini tour type thing. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. So are you looking to perhaps do your own album yet?
Yep. So it's well now actually. So this whole March period we've literally taken off for like ourselves because we haven't had time to actually get in the studio. We haven't had time to practice. We've had nothing because we've had all these gigs.
Of course,
You know, we've like I said, we've never had this. Normally you're just in the rehearsal studio all the time. But now we've actually got a bit of room. We said, right, okay, guys, let's get in the studio. And let's get this single, and like we're working on an album and an EP, but we're going to get this single that we've done, that we've been playing at our live shows.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it, but we're going to get that recorded.
Oh, brilliant.
And we're actually doing reel by reel, reel to reel, I think it is. Reel to reel? Yeah, reel to reel. Yeah,
What's
so
that?
80s, so it's tape. So it's actually being done. So these guys have got to get it spot on.
We've
one
never
take.
recorded that all, but it's,
Wow.
you know, it's only a little bit more, but we're like, yeah, let's try it, because you know, there's always that argument that, you know, analog sounds a bit more natural sounding, but you know, we were like, we've never done it before, let's do it, you know, because we've all done with digital recordings, but this will be something.
Well, that takes me back to the Bohemian Rhapsody film, where they're all in the booth, and they've got the
tape.
So
That's basically what we're going to be doing. It's basically
brilliant.
he's got the whole 80s setup. It's amazing. So he's got everything, all the equipment, everything he needs. So we thought, you know, let's try and get that sound because we've brought back a look. Everyone's loving it. Everyone's going mad for it because it's like, you know, it's out of this world. You know, you've seen these guys dressed up like this. So let's try and bring back something that's, because people love vinyl.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're the same.
Yes.
You'd rather have vinyl than you would
CDs
take off
ridiculous.
iTunes or something like that. You know what I mean?
You've got
Physical
something
copy.
physical.
Exactly, a physical copy. Yeah,
The thing
exactly.
is, what's going to be cool is like we've got the look, like, you know, like that style look, but we're also, you know, we're all using our own like modern amps and stuff, and we're going to have that mix of, you know, like the 80s influence and more like a kind of modern meets old school kind of sound. So it's like best of both worlds almost.
Yeah.
So we're not going to, you know, we're not going to sound exactly 100% like a band from the 80s. We're going to have our own kind of twist on that with our own like setups that we're currently using live. We've all like worked out.
Well, that's what you want, George, isn't it? Really? I mean, if you think about it, everybody seems to fit the same mould nowadays. I mean, you see some fantastic singers. You mentioned it earlier. If you look the same, you sound the same. What's the draw? What's the attraction?
Yeah.
And you guys are taking it to that next level with your performances and your look.
Yeah.
But with yourself, George, I wanted to ask you. Obviously, it's the first time I've met you.
Yeah.
With your guitaring sessions with your previous band, what made you leave to go to Roxxi Red? Because obviously you're already in another band.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a few bands here and there. I'm still in my other band as well, Dirty Hills, which is my kind of project I've had for the last 5 years.
Okay.
Which is a bit more punky, kind of hard rock stuff. But I've always wanted to do like an 80s kind of influenced glam thing. That's what I've always been kind of looking for. And as soon as I met Rob, it was like, you know, finding a singer that can get the high pitches, because I sing in my other band and I can't quite get the high notes. But yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I was in another band. They're really great guys, and I think it was also down to as well. You know, I'm currently living in Cornwall, so I commute quite a way.
Wow. Okay.
Because of work reasons, due to COVID, I got made redundant, unfortunately, and luckily my cousin helped me out.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Rely on the old family, yeah. Happy days.
Yeah. So I think that, and you know, they had other ideas going on, and I wasn't really into the whole movement they were going down, but it was all cool. I mean, we're still good mates, and funny enough, we were playing with them at a gig in January. They were really nice to us and put us on the bill. We had a great time playing with them. Yeah, we're really grateful for that. So thank you, Junction 28, for having us.
Yes, Junction 28. Big shout out to the boys there.
Yeah.
So with Roxxi Red, obviously you said you've got the album in production. Well, starting production soon. Are you going to be looking to go further afield, as in abroad?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, most
I'd love to
definitely.
play like around Scandinavia area as well, like Finland, because they've got like a new like wave of glam metal they've had there for the last 10 years. You've got cool bands like Reckless Love, Santa Cruz, Shores Lane.
I'm not going to pretend I know these guys are, right? So,
Look them up. Yeah, look them up.
There's
You'll
been-
love them. Yeah,
okay,
they're very
cool.
good.
Yeah, there's been like a scene over there that's been going on for like the last, I'd say about 15 years. It started with like Crash Diet. I kind of don't go to them as well.
No, I haven't. No, this is why I have you. That's why I call the social monkey. I need to be educated on these things. You know what I mean?
It's basically like
It's for the viewers as well, because if anyone else wants to go and find these guys, or
yeah,
girls, you know,
really
shout
great
them out.
bands. It was really cool because because when I was like a teenager and stuff, and I was trying to look for new bands to get into, I always struggled. But with those ones, it was always like, wow, so what they've done, especially with like Santa Cruz, like their second album, it was, you know, they've done the glam look and the vibe and the attitude, but they've also got a nice modern sound that fits that, and they're still doing catchy songs. They've got the showmanship. It just proves that it can work in this day and age. You know, it's
it can. I mean, a band that I do admire from Scandinavia is it Kello? Kello.
Who's that?
Well, I've never heard of those guys.
What kind of band? If you know
well, they're a rock band, but they're alternative. They're not as hardcore as you guys, but they've been around for quite a while, and most of their tunes are on bleeding adverts nowadays. But there was a tune called Hey Gringo that I'm quite a fan of, and I think the other band that I'll probably revert back to from Scandinavia would probably be Roxxi. Going back to them. Yeah, oh well, I don't know about Europe, but yeah.
I love Europe. I've seen them in May. May actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I love them, yeah.
Well, she recently died, didn't she, the lead singer of Roxxi? She suffered from cancer for quite, but the last song she done, it didn't even sound like there was anything wrong with her. It sounds absolutely amazing.
It was like Bowie's last,
you would have thought he was ill.
It's scary, like you listen to Bowie's last recordings he was doing, because he, obviously at the time I don't think he'd announced to the world that he was dying. And as soon as he got told, he's like, right, I've got 6 months, I'm going to record this. And it's eerie to listen to, you know.
It's quite eerie to listen to any sort of dead singer, because you find that there's always skeletons and cobwebs in the closet from stuff that they've never released.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury, for example.
Yeah.
Same with guitar players as well, like Steve Clark, Def Leppard, he died before Def Leppard done Adrenalize, and that's eerie because Phil Collins had to play his parts over that. It's like listening to a ghost playing. It's weird.
It is weird. And I know, going back to Queen, I think I do still love them, but I can't have Adam Lambert in the front. I know it's nothing wrong with the guy. It's just like
that's completely.
When you replace someone so
like
iconic,
Lizzy, Phil Lynott, it's not.
It don't work, does it?
Motley Crue tried it with what do you call it?
About Vince,
yeah.
John Corona.
John Corona, that's it, yeah.
Would you call him Val Venus?
Yeah. No, Val Vince. Motley Crue Val Vince.
What you call him Val Venus? I was like, what the hell? Wrestler, yeah.
That's a cool stage name. You should use that.
No. Trust me, I should use that. If you know who Val Venus is, trust me.
Much spandex.
But yeah, no. Motley Crue tried the same thing because they lost Vince for about 2 years, was it? 2-3 years?
4 years.
4 years, yeah, and it just didn't work.
No.
They got him back eventually because it was just like, we kind of need you back.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, please. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, like you said, losing the iconic lead singer sometimes, especially when it's been in the band for so long. You know, like 10+ years. You can't just go around changing. You know what I mean? It wouldn't work.
Did you hear any of Queen's anniversary music at all?
No.
Brian May released like an album of Queen's anniversary music. It was so depressing.
Yeah.
It was like one of the songs was called "Everybody's Dead." It was like, come on, Brian, you know, cheer up, son. You know,
It's living like the most depressing age ever. This is another thing involved, like whole attitude. We just want to give people a good time. Like, so when they come to our shows, you forget your trouble during the day and you come and party. Each gig we like to think of as a party, and everyone's invited to it. You know?
Yeah, and that's what you want from a band. You know, you don't want exclusivity to a certain group of people.
I don't care if there's someone who likes Justin Bieber out there or likes, you know, rap or whatever. Everyone is welcome. You know, on gigs, as long as you're getting into it and having a good time.
That's what you want.
That's the thing with the 80s vibe as well. You get the crowd going with it. You know what I mean? It's just you just want to get everyone up with you. You know, you want to play well to them. Yeah, but the thing is, with some bands, you know, now and you see it like now and again, it just seems like you said, there's just nothing to them. They get up, they'll stand there, they'll sound absolutely fantastic. You know, I'm not gonna move. So come on, man.
Where did the idea of the spandex come in then?
80s. Just putting it in. Yeah. My look came from putting together a mixture of like Stephen Pearcy and Vince Neil, from like Motley Crue, Poison, Rat, and you know, even a bit of Cinderella in there maybe or something like that. Just trying to mix it all up, and you're trying to get that perfect lead singer from the 80s, but just try and blend like 4 people.
You also like Maywood from Reckless, don't you?
Yeah, I like him as well. If I could go fully blonde, I probably would. I have done it before. But yeah, I probably will try it again at some point. But at the moment, it's kind of working. So that's why I put a little bit of blonde in my hair, because I thought I need to I think you can see I'm the lead singer anyway. But I think it's just a case of I like putting all the pinks and everything like that. It's like George has found his look now. He's getting all these different shirts.
Yeah,
you know, because he's
I've got a thing for black and white shirts, like stripy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like that kind of thing. But I he's recently started wearing the leather trousers. I'll tell you what, they're so comfy. I don't know if people can't want to wear them.
I've got him into the eyeliner as well.
Do you know what? Right, you say about the leather pants. Do you not sweat your bollocks off when you're on stage in them? You don't. Because I can imagine Ross from Friends, the part where he's trying to get his trousers off and like, you know, it's not working.
Problem is with me, I'm so stick thin, like everything is baggy.
Mine on the example, for example, they don't feels like you're wearing nothing. That's the great thing about mine.
That's something that takes you back to your childhood, isn't it? Nappy off.
Exactly.
Yes.
You feel so light. You've got the Nikes on, and it's so comfortable.
The cheap stuff's the best though. Like it really does just.
Yeah.
You know, it just works. Yeah. I was expecting. When I got my first pair, I was like, oh no, is this probably gonna fall apart after like?
Is it gonna chafe?
Yeah, that's it. It's still going.
Brilliant.
After like, God, how many gigs we've done now? About 8.
Probably more than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this was another getting back to that. Like, yeah, we should have. You know, we started beginning of December. So bearing in mind we have been practicing our asses off for like the past 2 years. Like
what I done during lockdown last year, I actually done guitar lessons again because I wanted to get out of the mould of just. I felt like I wasn't progressing a lot with that, so I got in touch with a friend of mine who's taught me on and off over the years. I was like, right, how can I get better? Come on, show me some skills.
Yeah.
And he was like. He just gave me like a proper routine of just how to get your speed up and I would have pick in and I spent like literally, 3 months, 4 months just practicing every day, really like to metronome slowly.
How are your fingers?
Boss! Yeah, it's...
Because my daughter's been learning how to play the guitar herself.
Yeah.
She's got an acoustic one that we got for her, got her a Fender one.
Yeah.
And the problem that she's finding is that she can't get past the blisters. She gets the blisters.
Your fingers eventually build up to it. You know?
Yeah, I tried to explain that to her.
If she picked up an electric, she'd find it like, well, because she's had all that training on the acoustic guitar, it toughens you up, and it's a really good way to. That's how I started on acoustic.
Well, she has been asked. She wants an electric guitar as well, and I said, well, yeah, it's called money, darling. I ain't got that much of it, you know. The Fender one that I bought her was like, I think it was like £250.
Yeah.
And because I bought it from PMT, my mate Nathan Meadows used to work there, and I've always gone there for any musical instruments that are needed for family members because my musical talents range from tapping my foot and dancing when I'm pissed. So I'm not exactly the most musical person in the world.
Karaoke?
Yeah, but I think that's after 6 or 7 pints karaoke. I think the last time I done karaoke, I sung New Shoes by Bruno Mars and forgot the words. And then I sung God Save the Queen. So I thought never again.
Sex Pistols, was it?
No, the actual national anthem I sung. I didn't sing the Sex Pistols one. It was embarrassing.
I think with a guitar as well, like where I've been in a punk rock band, like for God knows how many years, I had that guitar as a safety. You know, like you always felt comfortable because you had it, but you know, you had something. It's like you had something there. So when I started with him, no more guitar. I mean, I had the guitar probably like one song or something like that. But the thing is, I had to get used to not having it anymore. So I had to get the microphone. And I'm like, this is going to be weird now. So I've had to watch Vince. I've had to watch all these guys. I'm thinking, how do these glam rockers move? And all of a sudden, no, let's face it, I know how to do it now. It's good.
That's the thing as well. Like other bands I've been in, I've always been with another guitar player. So this is the first band I've been in where I've been the only like lead guitar player. Like
nice.
And it's been brilliant. I've loved it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's you know, all my heroes and stuff, they're all just guitar players. And I've always wanted to have that kind of thing, just because I think it really keeps you on your toes. Because if you make a mistake, it's more you can't hide behind it.
No.
So you've really got to be on your game when you're a guitar player. And I think it just it just gives you a bit more. You know, more simple freedom with like trying to come up with stuff like I come up with a riff or Ewan or whoever. Rob's just saying like, oh yeah, I like that. I'll write some lyrics to it. There's no like the two guitar players having that. Kind of thing,
I suppose with the
works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I've really enjoyed just being the only one in this. Really, it's been a lot of fun.
So how easy is it to collaborate as a band? Like you said, you guys have sort of mashed it. Like, you know each other already, but you've had to find an alternative bass player. Is it really hard to try and get that mould when you bring in someone else in?
No, we blended straight
away. Straight away.
We didn't have any problems.
No?
We actually had a bass player supposed to be turning up, and we got ready in the studio, and nothing. Like, where's he gone? Oh, he ain't turning up. Oh, great. Cool. Right. Okay. So we had a phone number, and we decided to. Matt said, "Well, I've got this number of this bassist that responded to our ad. We've never contacted him, so I said, screw it, just go for it. Look, we've got a gig in about a month. This is the Guns N' Roses big one coming up. We've got no bassist, and we're like, exactly, yeah. So we rang him, and next minute, you know, it was Ewan, and met him at a pub, and from there on, he's been our bassist ever since. So lucky we had that number. I mean, we would have found someone eventually, but it was just a case of like, you know, we've been going months without a bassist. We're just thinking, right, okay, we need to try and get this guy in.
The thing is, like this band, like everyone, we all go out as a group as well and hang out and, you know, like go to the pub and just socialise with each other outside of practice.
You're not just band members.
Yeah.
You're a family. You're a group. You're a gang. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's how you
I
blend.
think that's really key to like how the music all comes together as well, because you're all so tight as a group. It really helps with the chemistry because you all know each other really well. It's not like you're all like sort of strangers where you just turn up and it's like, oh, hi guys, after like a few weeks.
So do you have like a cult following of like bass fans that follow you about at all?
Well, yeah. The strange thing about it, that's what I was going to say actually. We've we've had messages like appear on our social media and stuff just out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, we're really gutted you guys ain't coming to Sheffield, or you guys are not going to Sheffield. I'm like, who the hell are these people? You know, you got random girls and stuff messaging just saying, oh, you know, we wish you guys were coming down here. When are you guys playing here? And we're like, Jesus, man, you know, just like, how far have we gone? You know, our name must have just got out there somehow, and we're just like, we just don't know, like. We don't know how it's happened, you know.
Social media is such a wonderful thing, really.
It is, yeah, but at the same time, it's also been word of mouth as well, I think, because obviously these people that we've played to, they've obviously told family members or they've told friends, and that's the problem you have these days with big bands. They won't take you on unless you've got some form of a following, which I think is a bit unfair sometimes, because there is bands out there that are trying to get.
Like risk kind of thing.
Yeah, just take the risk, man. Like, this band sounds good, get them on with you, because you never know. And Guns N' Roses, I think, you know, they took the risk with us, and they were like, you know, screw it, just get these guys on, you know. I mean, they're massive anyway, so they just thought, give them a chance, see how they sound. And after Chinnery's, I think it was Gavin, Niall and stuff, they just loved us. And ever since, they just want us to keep playing with them, like, you know. So they took that risk, and it's paid off, you know. Exactly, yeah.
So with the gigs, how many gigs have you got left with the Guns N' Roses crew?
Well, they keep coming. Yeah. Sometimes Gav will message us and he'll be like, oh yeah, so gig in Southampton next Friday, boys, and we're like, I've got no time to plan, man. It's good, it is great, yes, it's awesome.
We can do them, so we're always like, yeah, we'll make it work. We always, you know, show what goes on, we make it work, kind of thing. So
it's like he gave us the Travis stock and thing. It was just like, yeah, screw it, we'll make it work.
The Up North one, I'd never played outside of Essex before, like full on, like doing like going up north or anything. That was real cool, because you're obviously getting used to crowds where you haven't got anyone in the crowd you really, you know, at all. Like normally you have friends and stuff come and watch you, but that was just a new crowd. No one knew us play, and then by the end of it, they're like. Full on chanting this at one point, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had to go and take a photo.
That was in Newcastle.
It was Liverpool.
Oh, was it Liverpool?
Yeah, so I had to.
Newcastle, they were just as into it as well.
Yeah, I mean the crowd loved us after we finished our set and everything, but we got called on to take a photo, and you know, with Guns N' Roses because we was having a photo with them, and I think Gav said something along the lines of, "We want to thank Roxxi Red for that thing," and all of a sudden you just got. Like all the hundreds of people just shouting your name, and you know it's actually really emotional for me because I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Well, it shows that your hard work's paid off, and it's appreciated because it's from, like you said, it's from people that you don't know, and your actual art form and artwork is being appreciated.
And it's even like after the gig as well, people come up to you and get a picture of you and want to talk to you. It's like, oh, it's so cool.
I feel like a celebrity finally. Yeah, right. But would you shy away from that celebrity status because it can be overwhelming?
Not at the moment. I think at the beginning you're enjoying it.
It's nice seeing younger audiences there as well, actually, because they're like, oh yeah, I'm getting into this kind of music. It's just nice seeing people from like, you know, like 14, 15, getting into rock music as well, and like, you know, like parents bring like their kids along to them.
Yeah, new generation and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's really cool seeing that.
Well, I find it's more of an actual talent because I had a guy from Street Sounds Radio on my birthday last year, and he was saying that now anyone could be a DJ. anyone can. All you've got to do is get some tracks.
There's a laptop there, dude. You can
I'll probably do it.
You guys, you can be a DJ.
I probably would mess it up massively. I'm good at talking, that's about as good as I can't go anymore. But he was saying that the art of music has changed, whereas anyone can get into it. And I think that where you guys as rock bands, you're producing your own music, you're producing your own videos, it's your own creative work, and it's original, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
original.
I think the thing is with nothing against DJs, but I've been to a show before and it's 3 guys over 1 laptop, and I'm thinking, when did you need 3 guys to kind of work Spotify? It's like, come on, guys. You need. I prefer the DJs back in the day that had their the decks and everything.
That's what Reese said. That's what Reese said. The skill of actually mixing the vinyl is gone.
Are they still about them type of DJs?
Yeah, well, Reese's. I mean, Reese Collins, who DJs on Street Sound Radio, which is like a 80s sort of funk radio station online. And he was saying that he'll go like different places, and it is people just pressing buttons, and he loves nothing more. And he's still got all of his vinyl from the 90s. He's got walls and walls of. He bought all my wife's vinyl because she was a whole house DJ back in the day. Yeah, so I've always surrounded myself with musical people. Perhaps I've got no musical talent. I like being involved in the mercy. I like being involved in it to a certain degree. But I do think that people like yourselves need to be praised a lot more, because I mean it's sort of, there's not many of you anymore.
It's sort of sad,
many of you.
The chart music as well. That's
does that even exist anymore?
Well, it's just sad because you get pop capital or something. You're just here I mean you get don't get me wrong, you get people like Harry Styles and stuff who have done their own cool unique thing, and then you obviously get your generic kind of pop music that's just coming through, and the sad thing is it's it's there in the moment, but it's forgotten within like a year. No one.
It's not memorable, is it?
No.
It's
We always have people come up to our gigs, shaking our hand, going, you took me back to like the 80s, and it's like you've brought back my childhood. Just these. Like,
I think it also coincides
love it,
nice as well with the mood of the country. Was the pandemic and stuff. Like people want to go back to having fun, and I think it kind of our job is to make people have fun, at the gigs.
I think
the music as well.
Yeah, live music it's hard now. It's much harder these days to kind of like go out and, like you said, fill out a show and stuff like that. Especially if you're an originals band, when just starting out. If you're an original band just starting out and you're going out there with all your own stuff, and you're playing these small places and stuff like that, it's difficult. I've done it for so long. I've done it so long with Roxxi Red, not Roxxi Red, sorry. Lost on Broadway. Roxxi Red, it only took like a week. But that's why we were shocked. It actually sent me into a kind of a little bit of depression, strangely enough. Like, it was just it affected my mental health a little bit, strangely enough, when it all happened. So I just didn't know how to. I was like, no. It's like you don't believe it for a little while. You just don't
Is
think
it too good to be true?
Yeah, it's like, no, it's just someone's having a laugh, and all that kind of stuff. And when it was happening, don't get me wrong, I was really enjoying the moment. Like, we were having so much fun on tour, but at the same time,
when you came off, you said you were like, oh man,
yeah,
just want to go back.
I think I went down to the changing room with him, and we were so quiet. We didn't know what happened. We weren't like jumping around with joy and stuff like that. It was more like
slight bit of anxiety. Going,
what do we do?
Just happened? Yeah, where do we go from here?
Like, where do we go from here? What's going to happen now? Like,
And then
we didn't know.
afterwards, it was just like the next day, the buzz got you, and you're like, oh yeah, that's brilliant. I think it was more like a shell shock kind of thing. Like, you were just a bit, oh wow, did we actually just play that? That's
we didn't talk for like probably about 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. We stood in the changing room and we were all so quiet. We just didn't talk. We're in our changing room. We're getting unchanged, and it's just like, when you're in school or something, and the teacher's like, right, if anyone talks, that's it. That's what it was like. It was just that horrible atmosphere of like, it's just quiet, and you just don't think. And all of a sudden, we just, I think after a while, we started talking and we hugged it out, and then we're just like thinking, wow, this is happening. It's happening. It's happening for us. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was certainly an event.
well, the collaborations that you're doing at the moment, I'll definitely sincerely look forward to seeing you solo.
Yes, if you just throw it out there actually, if you fancy coming down to a show local, December 17th, I think it is, Chinnery's. So we will be down
Very
there.
close to your birthday.
Yeah, so we're playing
Lovely.
with Guns N' Roses. They're coming down, so that's one of our December shows.
Nice. I'll put that in.
We're also going to
Lovely.
try and get some local shows as well at some point with the year as well. So,
Well, yeah, keep you posted and I'll throw it up on my page like I always do. If I've got a chance to put anything up there of you guys, I'll put it up. What's your next gig?
That is Travis Stock.
Yeah, Travis Stock.
Oxford O2,
Happy
yeah.
days. Where is it and when?
So Travis Stock, it's at theatre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at the Wharf Theatre.
Wharf Theatre, yeah, and then Oxford O2 after that.
Nice. What date's that on?
Following day, first and second, yeah. So that's
You boys are busy.
That's the one thing that I've had to get used to, and he's had to get used to as well. Being a vocalist, it's a lot harder because you've got to give everything you want on that first night, and then I'm drinking vocal zones, I'm taking vocal zones, I'm making sure that I don't scream my voice up.
What's the vocal zone?
Vocal zones are these tablets, basically just to help kind of clear your throat, keep your vocal cords, just make sure everything stays where it's supposed to. Because I came off stage, one gig we had one time, and they had their heating on full blast, just like this. I was like, dear God, I was so hot. It's horrible. Bearing in mind how cold it is outside, it's like you don't need that. And all of a sudden, 50, 60, all these people start pouring in, and then you're thinking, bloody hell, man, like, why have you got your heating on? You don't need this. Anyway, I got off stage, and I'm talking to him. I didn't have a voice. I was like, oh no.
Shit.
But yeah, it was awful. But that's the only time it's ever happened. So now I just take precautions. About a week before a gig, I'm drinking herbal teas. I'm making sure I'm just keeping my voice intact. I'm wearing a scarf, just keeping my throat protected.
Did you ever do that before?
No. no, I didn't. No. Now I just think it's because when you're playing like just normal shows and stuff like that, I think with my punk voice as well, it was a bit different. It's a bit more shouty, all that kind of stuff. But with this, it's requiring me to take my vocals really high, come back down.
Quite hard with this stuff
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well.
What was that? Sorry.
Backing vocals are quite hard as well because I've seen my other band Dirty Hills, which is more like similar to rock like punk style with hard rock kind of blending. So my voice is naturally deeper. But when we're doing obviously the backing vocals of this band, you got to hit like harmony notes because a lot of the tracks we're currently covering and they've got that really fine like production behind it, and the pitch is just so obviously there's a difference between live and if you watch a lot of those bands, even their backing vocals are still on point, but it's just I always struggle with like trying to find the right sticking with that one harmony. So what I do is I get my vocal teacher, she'll send me a recording and I'll listen to it, and before I go on I'll listen to it. Right, I've got it now. Then literally go on the stage and play. Matt's solid at backing vocals.
I have this little bit in between the shows, don't I, where I'm like, and then the crowd try and copy you. And I think the only person who got it at the time was Dean and his brother. You could hear him at the back. And I was like, and I could just hear two people at the back go,
Well, that's a great idea as well, because getting the crowd involved seems to work.
A big part of the thing.
I know I've gone back to it a couple of times, but the Bohemian Rhapsody film, with John Deacon doing the that
just little things like that.
Yeah, we want to get the crowd involved.
That's what bands don't do anymore. It's just like, hey guys, I think most these days you'll get, come on guys. That'll do. It's just, man, that crowd was rocking. I got those hands up and everything. It was amazing. It was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Cool. But yeah, no, you kind of want them singing along, because we get them singing along to songs, like they probably don't know sometimes. You know what I mean? As long as it's like our one. It's like Give Me More. They've never heard it before. We were playing in front of like Liverpool and Sheffield, and we're just screaming Give Me More. So we're like, Give Me More. They're shouting it back. Give Me More.
Nice.
And then they remember it, and then you think, okay, let's play the song. And then we play the song, and all of a sudden they start singing it back to you. And it's like, that's another thing.
It was really cool. The Essex Army, the Winterfest, where we played alongside some really great local talent from Essex. Like, there were really good bands playing there. And everyone was coming up to us afterwards and saying, your original was the best track you guys were playing at. And we're like, God, we're playing like covers of like bands we like worship, and that was really cool getting that feedback. And
like, guy went into the toilet. And he was like, he loved us. I mean, he even complimented on my nipples or something. He's like, your nipples are spectacular. I was like, cheers, man. So the undergarment, because the thing is with my
what toilet was this?
with my vest, kind of where I wear it, it kind of always hangs down. So I'm always kind of like kind of like proper glam. It's like it's hanging down a little bit, and,
That was a really cool gig, that one, because likewise we're playing with some really great bands, and everyone was really supporting each other, and again, that was put together by Mole Band Junction, so they were really.
Yeah, my daughter tried coming in to watch that, and bless her, she's too loud.
No, was it?
Yeah, I didn't bring the earmuffs, which I should have done. You know, being a parent, I'm trying to shove these things in her ears, and I'm like, go, look, they'll fit. And she's sitting there, and she's like, oh, she wants to be at the front because she wants to see me. And I said, oh, cool. It's like first time I've seen one of my kids have come to see me, and just boom, it scared the living crap out of her. Bless her. I was just like, oh damn.
Well,
I'll try again.
I can definitely say that we'll bring a following down to Chillies in December because my nephew actually plays in a band over at Chillies every now and again. Kai Russell, fantastic little drummer. He's only what 19, I think. I hope that's right, mate. Sorry if I've got you wrong. Apologies. I'm shit with absolute people's birthdays and everything.
My uncle thought I was 8 when I was like 13.
Yeah, that sounds. But all of my family go down there quite regularly, and other family members sing in bands as well. So. I'll let my sister know and we'll gather the troops and we'll be heading down there on the 17th without a shadow of a doubt.
Nice, man.
We'll be
I'm pretty sure it is the 17th, don't get me wrong, I'll just double check that now. I'm pretty sure it is because I've put it in my diary.
It's the day before my birthday.
Is it? Yeah? Alright, because I've put them in my calendar now, that's another thing, I'm organised.
I mean, what's really cool is when we played at Chinookie's for the second time on, it was last December, so I think it was the 27th.
Yeah.
Where people coming who came from the first one who previously, you know.
Oh, so basically repeat custom for pretty much.
It was so cool. We're so grateful to all those fans. Everyone who's come to our shows, guys, thank you so much.
And keep going.
We're so grateful for it.
Keep going. These boys are shit hot, and I'll definitely raise a glass to that without a shadow of a doubt.
Thank you.
So I know you boys are going to be busy today, so I'm going to wrap that up now.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget to head over to Facebook to find the Roxxi Red page. Check these boys out. Make sure you get all of those. Instagram,
YouTube. We've got
what are your plugs for these? Because I can't remember my own, let alone remember everybody else's. So do you remember any of them? Yeah. So like what your Instagram.
Just Roxxi.Red on Instagram. And we've got Twitter now as well, haven't we?
We do have a Twitter. Yeah, we just started that up. Yeah, it's a bit more harder with Twitter. Like trying to get people involved. Well. Yeah, we're trying to build it up. But I don't think people are into Twitter as much as Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that.
So it's a bit of a political minefield Twitter, isn't it? I'll try and avoid that. Just in case I upset the masses.
It's just a good thing for tagging artists in and stuff. So artists we look up to like Tom Kiefer and all that kind of stuff. They've all got their own Twitters, so we can go like hashtag Tom Kiefer. Hope you like our band. It's cool. Exactly. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming on today, boys.
No worries,
It's appreciated. I know that you're busy and you've taken time out to come and see me, especially on your birthday.
We're so grateful. It's like our first proper interview, really.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I feel privileged.
Yeah, we're your first. So it's all good.
Well, it's always memorable the first, isn't it?
Most definitely.
Excellent. Well, have a good day today.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks very much for everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to The Social Monkey, only on YouTube. I'm on Facebook as well. And don't forget to head over to Universal Vinyls if you fancy picking up a Social Monkey hoodie. And have yourselves a fantastic weekend. All the best from all of us here. Take care. Au revoir.
See you later.
Later.